What if I told you that looking instantly younger after 60 has far less to do with expensive products and far more to do with a few smart makeup adjustments that work with your beautiful, mature features? Many women feel their makeup suddenly ages them without understanding why. But small changes can brighten your face, lift your features, and bring back that fresh, elegant glow. Today I will show you 10 simple techniques that make an immediate difference. Stay with me, because the final tip is the most transformative. The first makeup mistake that makes many women over 60 look older is using the wrong foundation formula. It is not that foundation is bad. The problem is that most formulas settle into lines, cling to texture, or create a heavy mask that exaggerates every feature you wish would soften. Many women keep using the same foundation they loved in their 40s, not realizing that mature skin needs a different approach. The real issue is dryness and changing skin texture. As we get older, our skin loses moisture and natural oils. A matte or full coverage foundation can emphasize every line and make the complexion look dull. This can create that tired or flat look that so many women mention in the comments. Instead of helping you look polished, the foundation ends up aging you. The solution is simple. Choose lightweight, hydrating formulas that blend easily and feel like skin. Look for words like radiant, luminous, or moisturizing. These do not add shine. They add softness and life back into your complexion. A small amount applied strategically often looks fresher than a full face of coverage. A great practical tip is to use your fingers or a damp sponge. They warm up the product and help it melt in naturally. Start in the center of the face where most of us need coverage, then blend outward. This keeps the edges soft and prevents that heavy look that adds years. The benefit is immediate. Your skin looks smoother, fresher, and more awake. The right formula gives you that healthy glow that signals vitality. When your foundation looks natural and radiant, everything else you apply sits better. And the next mistake is something many women do without even realizing it. The second makeup mistake that instantly adds years is using concealer the same way you did decades ago. Many women place a thick layer directly under the eyes, thinking more coverage will hide dark circles. But on mature skin, this usually has the opposite effect. It settles into fine lines, creates creasing, and draws attention to the very area you want to brighten. The real issue is not darkness, it is placement. When concealer is applied in one heavy stripe under the eye, it flattens the face and creates a tired appearance. Our under eye area becomes more delicate with age. Too much product emphasizes texture and makes the eye look smaller instead of lifted. Here is the simple fix. Use a small amount of concealer only where the darkness actually is, usually the inner corner and a tiny bit along the trough. Instead of dragging it across the entire under eye, tap it gently with your finger or a small brush. This blends it in without adding weight. If you need extra brightness, use a lightweight brightening pen instead of more concealer. It gives lift without heaviness. A helpful practical tip is to smile slightly while applying. You will instantly see where your lines are. Avoid putting product directly on those areas. Let the natural skin show through. This keeps the eyes looking fresh and soft. The benefit is remarkable. Your eyes look bigger, fresher, and more awake. A lighter application lifts your features instead of weighing them down, giving you a naturally youthful look. And the next common mistake is something many confident women still struggle with. If you are finding this helpful so far, tap like and subscribe because it really supports the channel and helps more women discover these confidence-boosting tips. And stay with me because the last makeup rule in this list is the one that changes everything. The third makeup mistake that can make women over 60 look older is creating brows that are too harsh or overly filled in. As we age, our natural brows often become thinner and more sparse. Many women try to compensate by drawing on strong, heavy shapes. This usually creates a rigid or severe expression that takes softness away from the face. The deeper problem is that bold brows compete with your other features. Instead of framing the eyes, they overpower them. Harsh lines can also make the upper face look weighed down. Mature beauty is all about lightness and lift, so heavy brows can unintentionally work against that youthful effect. The solution is to think soft definition instead of heavy structure. Use a brow pencil or powder that is slightly lighter than your natural brow color. Create small hair-like strokes instead of a single dark outline. The goal is to gently enhance what you already have, not redesign your face. A very practical tip is to focus most of the color on the outer half of the brow. This gives a lifted effect while keeping the inner portion lighter and more natural. A tinted brow gel can also be incredibly flattering. It adds fullness without harsh lines, and it keeps the brows looking polished. The benefits are immediate. Softer brows open the eyes, lift the upper face, and create a more youthful expression. You will look fresher and more approachable with very little makeup effort. And the next makeup mistake affects the entire shape of your face without most women realizing it. The fourth makeup mistake that makes many women over 60 look older is placing blush too low on the cheeks. It is a habit that often carries over from younger years when our facial structure was naturally lifted. As we age, the cheeks lose some fullness and sit slightly lower. Applying blush in the same old spot can unintentionally drag the entire face downward. The real problem is that blush is one of the strongest tools for adding life and youthfulness. When the placement is off, it changes the whole impression of your face. Low blush can create a tired or drooping appearance, even if the color itself is beautiful. Many women say they feel their makeup looks flat without realizing it is simply a placement issue. The solution is gentle and easy. Place your blush slightly higher on the cheek, closer to the upper outer corner. Think of lifting your natural shape rather than following the old apple of the cheek method. When blush sits higher, it visually lifts your features and restores that youthful structure. A simple practical tip is to apply a little blush while looking straight into the mirror rather than smiling. Smiling moves the cheeks temporarily. Applying blush while smiling means it will drop once your face relaxes. Applying it with a neutral expression ensures the placement is truly flattering. The benefit of this change is amazing. Your face looks lifted, bright, and full of healthy color. The entire complexion appears more energetic and elegant with almost no extra effort. And the next makeup mistake affects one of the most expressive features of your face. The fifth makeup mistake many women over 60 struggle with is using eyeliner in ways that close the eyes instead of opening them. A thick, harsh line across the upper or lower lash line can make the eyes look smaller, heavier, and more tired. Many women keep applying eyeliner the same way they did years ago, not realizing that mature eyes need a softer, more lifting approach. The deeper issue is that the shape of the eye changes with age. The outer corners may droop slightly, and the lash line becomes less defined. When eyeliner is applied in one dark straight line, it exaggerates those changes. Instead of brightening your eyes, it pulls them downward and highlights texture. The solution is to soften and lighten your application. A thin line along the upper lashes creates lift without heaviness. Using a pencil or shadow instead of liquid liner gives a gentle, flattering finish. You do not need a perfect line. A soft smudged effect is often far more youthful and elegant. A practical tip is to keep most of the depth on the outer third of the eye. This lifts the outer corner and opens the entire shape. Avoid lining the lower waterline. It closes the eyes and emphasizes dryness. Instead, place a tiny bit of soft shadow on the lower lash line for definition without harshness. The benefits are instant. Your eyes look bigger, brighter, and more awake. Soft definition creates a fresh, elegant expression that feels natural and sophisticated. And the next mistake is one that many women overlook, even though it makes a dramatic difference to the eyes. The sixth makeup mistake that can instantly age women over 60 is skipping proper lash definition. Many women avoid mascara because they feel it smudges, clumps, or irritates their eyes. Others think that thinning lashes cannot make much of a difference anymore. But the truth is that well-defined lashes create one of the biggest youthful transformations on a mature face. The deeper problem is that lashes naturally become shorter, lighter, and sparser with age. Without definition, the eyes can look tired or less expressive. This makes the entire upper face appear softer in a way that is not always flattering. When lashes disappear, the eyes lose their natural framing and brightness. The solution is gentle enhancement rather than dramatic volume. A lengthening or lifting mascara usually works better than a thickening one. These formulas separate the lashes and bring attention upward. Even a single coat can open your eyes beautifully. If mascara tends to smudge on you, a tubing formula is an excellent option. It stays in place and removes cleanly with warm water. A simple practical tip is to wiggle the wand at the base of the lashes before pulling upward. This creates natural definition without clumping. You can also curl your lashes if you feel comfortable. It adds an instant lifting effect that looks youthful and fresh. The benefits are immediate. More defined lashes bring life back to your eyes. They help you look awake, polished, and radiant with very little effort. You will feel more confident the moment you see how much this tiny change brightens your whole face. And the next makeup mistake affects the feature that draws the most attention when you speak. The seventh makeup mistake that can make women over 60 look older is choosing lipstick shades that are too pale, too cool-toned, or too muted. As we age, our natural lip color fades. When the lipstick matches that faded tone, it drains the face and makes the complexion look dull. Many women choose soft nudes because they seem subtle, but these shades often remove all definition. The deeper issue is contrast. Mature skin loses some of its natural color and vibrancy. When the lips have no warmth or depth, the entire face appears flat. Even beautifully applied makeup can look unfinished when the lip color does not provide balance. The solution is to choose shades with a little more life. Warm pinks, soft berries, and rosy neutrals are extremely flattering on mature skin. These colors brighten the complexion and restore youthful contrast without looking bold. You do not need a dramatic shade. You just need one that brings color back to your face. A helpful practical tip is to lightly press a tissue over your lips after applying lipstick, then add a tiny bit of a moisturizing balm. This softens the finish and keeps the look natural. If your lips tend to feather, applying a clear lip liner around the edges can help keep everything in place without adding weight. The benefits are noticeable right away. A flattering lip color lifts your whole expression. It makes you look fresher, more vibrant, and beautifully polished. Many women are surprised by how much younger they feel with the right shade. And the next mistake is something many women blame on products when the real cause is much simpler. The eighth makeup mistake that instantly ages women over 60 is applying makeup on dry or textured skin without proper preparation. Many women think their foundation is the problem when the real issue is that the skin beneath it is not hydrated enough. Makeup sits on top of every dry patch, every line, and every bit of texture, which makes the complexion look older than it truly is. The deeper problem is that mature skin naturally loses moisture and elasticity. When the surface is dry, foundation clings unevenly, creating a patchy or cakey appearance. This can make you feel like nothing looks smooth anymore, even when you are using good products. The skin simply needs more support before makeup goes on. The solution is to focus on hydration. A lightweight moisturizer or hydrating primer softens the skin and creates a smoother canvas. You do not need multiple steps. A single hydrating layer can change the way your entire makeup applies. Products glide on more evenly, blend better, and stay looking fresh throughout the day. A practical tip is to let your moisturizer sink in for a minute before applying foundation. This prevents pilling and gives the skin time to absorb what it needs. If you have very dry areas around the nose or mouth, gently press a tiny bit of moisturizer onto those spots right before applying makeup. It prevents creasing and helps your foundation stay smooth. The benefits are striking. Hydrated skin looks plumper, fresher, and more radiant. With the right preparation, your makeup looks effortless instead of heavy. And the next makeup mistake involves a step many women rely on without realizing it may be doing more harm than good. The ninth makeup mistake that can make women over 60 look older is using too much powder. Many women apply it out of habit, thinking it will set everything in place and control shine. But mature skin often has less natural oil. When powder is applied generously, it settles into lines, emphasizes texture, and creates a dry or chalky finish that instantly ages the complexion. The real issue is that powder removes the natural radiance that makes skin look healthy. A completely matte finish can flatten your features and make your face appear tired. Even the best foundation can look heavy when too much powder is layered on top. Most women do not need as much powder as they think. The solution is to use powder very sparingly and only where absolutely necessary. A tiny amount on the T-zone is usually enough. Focus on areas that tend to move, such as around the nose or under the eyes, but use a feather-light touch. A small, fluffy brush works better than a large one because it prevents over-application. A simple practical tip is to gently press powder into the skin instead of sweeping it across the face. Pressing prevents excess product from sitting on the surface. If you want to refresh your makeup later in the day, a hydrating mist is often more flattering than adding more powder. The benefits are immediate. Your skin looks smoother, more natural, and more radiant. Using less powder allows your foundation to glow softly, creating a youthful and elegant finish. And the next makeup rule is the most important one because it lifts your entire face instantly. The 10th and most powerful makeup rule for women over 60 is this: always create upward movement with your makeup. Aging naturally brings a soft, downward pull to our features. When makeup follows that same direction, it unintentionally emphasizes sagging, tiredness, or loss of structure. But when every step gently moves upward, the entire face looks fresher and more lifted in seconds. The deeper issue is that many women apply makeup the way they always have. Blush goes straight across, eyeshadow goes down into the crease, lipstick follows the natural shape even when the corners have started to turn downward. These habits create a visual droop that adds years without you noticing. The solution is to think lift. Everything from your brows to your blush to your lip shape can move slightly upward. You do not need dramatic angles. Just a soft upward direction makes a world of difference. For the eyes, blend shadow slightly toward the outer corner. For the brows, keep the tail soft and lifted. For blush, sweep upward toward the temples instead of down toward the mouth. Even the lips can be lifted gently by softening the lower corners and defining the upper curve. A helpful practical tip is to tilt your head slightly forward when you check your makeup. This shows how others see you and makes it easier to adjust the upward angles correctly. You will instantly see where a tiny lift can make your whole face look brighter. The benefits are almost instant. The entire face looks refreshed, elegant, and full of youthful energy. This one simple rule pulls everything upward in the most flattering way. And before we wrap up, there is a quick bonus tip that ties all your new makeup skills together beautifully. Here is a quick bonus technique that instantly freshens your whole look. Many women over 60 choose lip and cheek colors that do not work together, which can make the makeup appear disconnected. A simple harmony between the two creates a soft, youthful glow. Choose a blush and lipstick within the same family of warm pinks or rosy neutrals. This ties your features together beautifully and makes your skin look brighter. It is one of the easiest ways to look polished with almost no effort at all. Let me leave you with one final message before we end. Thanks for watching till the end. If this video helped, give it a like and subscribe for more ways to look and feel amazing after 60. You're a queen. Keep shining and check out our next video for even more inspiration.